Wait, before we start. Oh, you got it. Sorry. Okay. I was gonna ask how your trip was, but
my trip St. Thomas?
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking awesome, bro. It was great. Did some parasailing. Did some underwater walking, which scared the shit out of me, bro. It's pretty fucking awesome, though. That was awesome. I was scared shitless though, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I was scared shitless. My kids are gonna watch the shit, so they'll never know. But I got in there like a champ, like I want to see, like, you know what I'm saying? I was real calm. I was scared shitless. Fish were like swimming by my face while we underwater, walking under the fucking water, like just. I'm over here like panicking, like, oh nigga. Who is?
I don't think the street prophets want that smoke.
Well,
who? Smoke old girl we blowing out. Is she knocking people out?
She kind of thinking in black. What's going on, man?
Oh, chill. Hey, you gotta chill. You gotta chill, big dog. You gotta
start a little thigh meat, man.
You gotta chill. You gotta chill. Indy Hartwell, #1, is a saint, and I hope she is not lost in the shuffle because Calvin wants to be an asshole. All right, hold on 1 second so we can get started. I got my hot take KG right there. Got my love in the machine right there. It's your boy Jay Free in the fucking hat. Okay. Yeah! That's right. Back again for episode, I don't know, because I can't count, because I went to private school. All we learned about was Jesus. I don't know what episode this is, but it's Hot Take Wrestling once again, bro.
I'm looking right now. You can tell.
We are back. I have no idea what episode this is.
I want to say 8, but I could be wrong.
All right. It's Hot Take, probably episode 8. Yo, please do us a favor. Go check out Hot Takes Wrestling on 1, you can check it out on our IG page. 2, you can also check it out on our YouTube playlist page. The link will pop up right now. Haha.
Yeah, this is 8.
This is 8. The joys of editing. So that link will pop up right here. Make sure you check out those hot takes. We got another hot take episode probably coming out Saturday or Sunday coming up. So you should enjoy this one. This episode will probably come out right around the same time as that one as well. Be excited for I am Joe Freeline, aka Joe Freeline III, aka I enjoy wrestling very much. And Indy Hartwell deserves better. Not better than Dexter Loomis. She just deserves better than to be at NXT by herself. This is stupid. I got my compadres with me, my bros, big family over here. I got my homeboy, the man who knows all about wrestling and is an amazing human being and is just a connoisseur of many things, who sips whiskey out of a wine glass with an ascot. The beautiful, the amazing, pause. The other KG, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to start off by saying it was on the way home. It almost sounds like Kendrick Lamar, right? And this young lady says she's talking to a friend. She's like three-way suck, and so to make light of the situation / waiting for wrestling, I was like, oh, so three-way suck. And you think this in my head. I'm like, you clearly haven't seen AJ versus Christopher Daniels versus Samoa Joe at Unbreakable.
Bro, what? Bro, what? What? Yo, okay, all right. Another KG trip. We just started.
Yes, I know she was. Yes, I know she was talking about a different type of three-way. I just wanted to make light of that situation.
I see what you did there, bro. My guy, the Conqueror, the Great One, fresh out the new MacBook with the new scene, got the vibes up. Oh, there go your girl. Got the vibes up. I'm sorry, I'm subject. Raquel Gonzalez is so beautiful to me. Jesus Christ, that woman, even when she has style. Jesus, just ven aquí, mami. Ven aquí. Okay, my bad. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce the Conqueror, the Great One, the one that puts all the shit together. Big Oos, we like to call him. Logan the Great, man. What's up, bro?
I simply ask the question, do you want to be good or do you want to be great? Greatness is a state of mind. It's a marathon, not a race. Welcome, everybody, to Season 4, Episode 8. Glad to be back.
Hey, man, we never, as my compadre once said, we never let a hard time humble us, bro. We finna get all this shit together. We finna go through all the week that was. Let's get something started. You know how we do with the new way the Hot Take does it. One positive thing, one bad thing that you saw on Raw. One bad thing, one positive thing that you saw on SmackDown. One bad thing, one positive thing that you saw on Dynamite. One bad thing, one positive thing that you saw on Impact if you watched it. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. I don't know how life works anymore. All I do is watch wrestling and Netflix. Oh, also one more thing. One bad thing, one positive thing you saw on Rampage. Let's start with Raw first. Boom, there's a screen. Raw. Who wants to go first?
Do I have to say something positive about Raw?
Mr. Three-Way over there should, yeah.
Yeah, you got. I mean, honestly, bro. Honestly, if you want to be really honest with you, I'll be brutally honest with you right now. I have literally substituted watching Raw through either Wrestle Talk or the top 10 highlights on Snapchat. I do not watch Raw anymore. I've substituted that for either Monday Night Football or doing something else. I don't even watch the shit, to be honest with you. I don't fucking watch it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Okay, so I guess what I would say is one positive is the fact that we're potentially seeing down the line Bianca Belair versus Charlotte for a championship. So that was the main event. One negative I would say is as much as I don't like the show, right? I know we find ways to bury it constantly. The Hurt Business getting back together and them looking like jokes against Goldberg.
Why do that? Like what? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to complain early, but I feel like I should have to. I feel like when you guys pitch these ideas, and I'm talking directly to WWE, so I'm going to look directly in the camera. I feel like when you pitch ideas, I feel like the reality of the situation escapes what we actually are supposed to believe. Like the believability thing is not a factor for you guys. Goldberg is at least 58, 59. You're telling me that Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander can't double team. Goldberg has 3 moves. 3. Goldberg was never a hard-hitting motherfucker. Come on, bro. Like, listen. It's cool. It's cool if you do this. You have them jump Goldberg. One of them misses a punch or something, and Goldberg spears another dude. And then all of a sudden, now it's a one-on. That makes sense to me. But then just getting smashed? No. Goldberg's on 1.5 knees. He ain't got no cartilage in one of them. He got no ACL. What are we doing, bro? Listen, I get it. Wrestling is a choreographed sport that is based off telling a story. The story you're telling me is not believable. It's like with one of your homeboys. It's okay. This is gonna be really, really. I think she's gonna be amazing. This is gonna be really, really mad, gross, and disrespectful. So I apologize to anybody who's watching this who's not familiar with how I speak about wrestling. It's like one of your homeboys or one of your homegirls that you know be lying in the fucking story, like lying their ass off, and they try to tell you some real shit. You're like, yo, that's a fucking lie, bro. No, you're not. I know you didn't do that. That's a fucking lie. Every week with Raw, like every week is some unbelievable ass shit. It's some stupid ass shit that just wasn't told right. You give us the Hurt Business back. Thank you. You should never broke them up in the first place. But you give us two of the circumstances where they're facing the New Day and shit. And the beginning of Big E's title run, that would have been something that would have been nice to have as a drawn out story. But never mind. Old man Logan, bro, go ahead, bro. I'm finna be in this bitch. Complaining all night. I can feel it.
Oh man. Okay, Big E. This is gonna be a hot take. Big E doesn't need the New Day anymore. He doesn't. He got the title at the right time because he's ready. He had that year on SmackDown to build, become better in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Not blow up. He lost a ton of weight. I was looking at that throwback picture last night, excuse me, when Dolph was out there talking to him and Drew, and they showed how big he was, and he was looking now, and it's like, yo, this dude is like seriously improved himself, and he's like, he made sure he was ready for that spot, bro. So for me personally, Raw, okay, I was happy with Bobby getting the title, and now we got Big E getting the title. So that's a highlight for me. Now, Hurt Business, are they truly back together? Do we really know for a fact that they're back together? Because we haven't seen a full-on reunion where Bobby's like, yeah, man, glad we all back together. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, all right, they hired henchmen and just came back with shirts on, gave a head nod. So I'm like, all right, are we really truly alluding to a reunion, or is this just some chicanery? You know, that's
no. I think they are, just because they also WWE's like official Twitter had a picture of all three of them back. So,
KG, where's the MVP?
He had to have surgery. So, but I think he's. Right? Well, I don't know if that was just for the actual injury. Was like the storyline was the actual injury, should I say? Or was the storyline to cover up another injury? I forgot what he had to have surgery on, but he should be back. I don't think he's going to miss a whole lot of TV time just because obviously, you know, for the most part, the reason he was a mouthpiece anyway, it's more on the lines of he had surgery, you know, probably got to wait an X amount of time to start traveling. But let's see the official injury, though. Y'all can go ahead and talk. I'm going to look up his official injury real quick.
Okay. And then the other part I like about Raw is that we are the people that didn't know, that didn't follow Bobby Lashley over in Impact. You're getting a first-hand look at him being able to talk. Guess what? The guy can talk. Newsflash. Hello, ding dong.
Yeah, like that's
need MVP.
Right.
Yeah, knee surgery.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What? Okay, all right. I'm sorry, and this is off subject, and I apologize because I'm trying to watch NXT too. Why the fuck did? Who told WWE NXT 2.0 to dress the Toxic Bunch like Josie and the fucking Pussycats? What the fuck is this shit? What am I watching? What the fuck is this shit right now?
She looks like an old girl. She looks like Laura Croft from Tomb Raider.
They look like a bad.
With a red top instead of blue.
They look like a bad version of
the Beautiful People.
White-faced TLC. This is fucked up. Like all this.
I thought you were about to say. I was about to say the beautiful. I was going to say the Beautiful People from TNA. No, you said TLC.
I mean, it's a red bikini though, so I'm saying if Mandy did want to reboot Baywatch, I'm here for it.
Listen, I like Mandy Rose. I think she is a extremely like she's in comparison, she would be what Vince would want her to be as like Trish Stratus. That's what he wants her to be. He wants her to be that. In-ring ability though, she ain't there yet.
She's not there.
Oh, she got a Kenny Omega's V trigger.
No, sure.
That's all she got is Kenny Omega's V trigger.
But the other two can wrestle.
Oh yeah, no, Gigi can wrestle and so can KG.
Right, they can wrestle. But they got them dressed up, bro. They're literally dressed up like they're going to a fucking Halloween party. I don't get this shit anymore, bro. NXT was our escape where we were like, there's hope for WWE. And now it just feels like it's all chaos and bullshit. And
yeah.
And that's my segue. And that's my segue to NXT, bro. Like, I don't get it. And why?
I'll give you my negative right now. I don't ever need to see the young lady, aka B-Fab, that looks like Craig's girlfriend from Friday. I don't ever need to see her wrestle again. That was the worst street fight in the history of street fights, probably last week. It was awful. Like, they looked like they were uncoordinated. Like she was pausing mid punch. Like she didn't know whether she should punch over. I'm sorry for getting the wrestler's name, but I almost called her Carmen Electra.
Electra Lopez. Both of those ladies were on WCW. Electra looked fine in that. Because
I'm sorry.
Electra's been wrestling though. Like she's been wrestling. Like she's been wrestling since.
Well, I'm not gonna necessarily fault her. Yeah. But
he's not ready to lead either, though, and I think that's the big problem with that match. Neither one of them were, you know what I'm saying, ready to be in a space where they're taking charge of the match and leading the other. You know, Elektra may have more experience than B-Fab, obviously, but yeah, that was it. You know, this is where WWE should steal a page actually out of AEW, and they should just like have a show like 2.0 legit could have been their dark on YouTube. Like you didn't have to change the whole Black and Gold brand product. You could have did the 2.0 shit on YouTube, and it could have lived on there.
Yep. We
didn't have to really go ahead.
We said that last week. We said it 2 episodes ago. I said it 3 episodes ago. 3 episodes ago. AEW has figured out that we don't need to take up TV time with TNT or with TBS to get our people to be able to do our thing. We will literally put them on YouTube. We will allow them to wrestle in the indies. We will allow them to learn more, and as they get bigger and better, we'll push them more into a different spectrum. Because the more that people watch, because I watch Dark on Mondays for an hour, which is only an hour, and has 10 matches. So that means everybody gets like 5-6 minutes, right? And then I watch Dark Elevation or whatever. That's 2 hours, and it's quick. And then because all the people that already know they're doing it, they're fast. They're 5 minutes. But the ones that need work and time get 10, 15. So you get that work. So now you're developing a fan base on one of the biggest social platforms for streaming, for videos, period. This 2.0 shit, this shit right here, you're losing fans because motherfuckers are like, I don't know who the fuck that guy is. I don't know who the fuck this person is. This
is awful.
Right. Because they just brought out.
Not injecting them in the right way. There's no, what do they call vignettes?
Vignettes.
I say vignettes. There's none of those taking place. And the ones that are, it's like right before a match. Like this Tony D'Angelo we just saw. But yeah, man, 2.0 should have lived on YouTube. I would much rather watch Booker T's school down in Houston, Reality of Wrestling, who just also got a TV deal, if what I read was correct. So it's a polished. It's basically what everybody's doing, man. Like it has a place for it to live. Unfortunately, they decided to, scrap what Triple H and Shawn and everybody was building down there with the Black and Gold brand. Now, the one thing I will say that I do like about 2.0 is I do actually like the set. The set was super dark, like, you know what I'm saying? It needed some light. Now that, I'm not mad at it, you know what I mean? But just the whole, we're just going to keep endlessly throwing all these new faces out here that we know nothing about, other than maybe seeing them on the WWE page on Instagram with the gray shirts talking about Performance Center new recruits. Now I'm good.
Yeah.
We could have figured out another way to push Rick Steiner's son. Like, I'm sorry.
You honestly could have used Main Event or Superstars and put that on YouTube and made that a thing at that point. You have Main Event, you have Superstars. If it was somebody you really believed in and doing their thing or whatever, you would have pushed them on Main Event and Superstars and just have them cut really good promos and then feature them. Like the reason why Kevin Owens was such a big deal to us when he got up and faced John Cena. Mm-hmm. For the hardcore fans, you remember him in PWG and Ring of Honor. For those that didn't know him, you remember him on NXT because NXT did a slow build with him and slowly made you pay attention to him for the storytelling of that, a la Triple H, Regal, and I'm sorry, I'm just gonna call him Prince Albert. I don't know the guy's name. and that's why we love Kevin Owens so much now, because we've seen him grow from literally NXT champion, Universal champion, to all the above.
Right.
If Rick Steiner's son beats Tommaso Ciampa on Halloween Havoc, because that's in the main event, you are going to lose that show. You're going to lose that show. Your top tier champion is going to be Rick Steiner's son.
Not this fast. Not this fast.
Who the fuck is this guy? I haven't listen. I'm not trying to be an asshole to Rick Steiner's son. He might be fucking amazing, and we just don't see it yet. But if he has a good match with Tommaso Ciampa, okay, cool. Now you have someone you can push. Great. Right. So you have Gargano, you have Ciampa, you got Rick Steiner's son, and a couple of people, and then oh, my baby's on. Sorry, Io Shirai. And then now you got to figure out these other things. I think, and I also think, and I agree with you, KG, what the negative part of NXT was that street fight. But I think they need to figure out a way to kind of make Hit Row seem legit, or make them seem like, because their weakness is the Brianna. Sorry, that's what she's on Instagram. Their weakness is her. She's the weakness. And you weren't here when I was talking to KG about this. My fear is that they are going to ruin Hit Row, but not just Hit Row. Hit Row's big men as well. I fear that they're going to ruin him and turn him into a male Nia Jax because
Top Dollar.
Yeah, Top Dollar. I feel like they're going to make him a male Nia Jax because he hasn't had enough time to train. That's my fear. That's my biggest fear, because I feel like they're going to like revamp him and make him this big man that's dominant and trying to do all this other shit, and they're going to fuck up his career. That's my fear. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying that's one of my fears with him going to them going to SmackDown. Like, I feel like Hit Row will get a Tyler Breeze run. 3 months of really good matches, really good things going on, and he's gonna lose the championship to Escobar next week. And that'll be it. And then that'll be it. And then all of a sudden Swerve's got to fight for his own spot. Breeze got to fight for her own spot. Lil Dude's got to fight for her own spot. And then they're gonna push Top Dollar because he's big. And then that'll be it.
That'll be all she wrote.
Yep.
I mean,
but
go ahead, KG.
No, I was just gonna say, but to spin back something positive though, last week, as I was talking to him about, I do feel like they did Io and Zoe a disservice by some of the people that got called up and moved around and things like that, because they need some ladies that can go with them in the ring. That was a solid match last week though, like we were saying earlier though, Gigi, and Lacey. But JC, they can wrestle, so it's like that was a solid match. But yeah, I'm not feeling this 2.0 stuff. It's just like 2 hours of superstars.
That's actually super duper accurate. Wow. And Heat. Can't forget Heat.
Yeah.
And Velocity.
Shotgun.
And Velocity.
Shotgun.
Wherever you would see like the brand spanking new people that you didn't know nothing about. Yep. Just like tonight. This is going to be a joke to me if these new dudes win these titles and not the Grizzled Young Vets, if MSK doesn't retain.
But do you see how it happens? It's some vet shit. Like, it's not like a match where it's just MSK, Grizzled Young Veterans, the rematch. Nah. A fatal 4-way. Why are we doing that? For what? Why? We got beer money mixed with smoking guns and shit. We got Harlem Heat mixed with motherfucking
my man, Private Party 2.0.
Private Party 2.0. And then we got Grizzled Young Veterans, who has a good character, MSK, who, you know how I feel about them. But, you know, it don't make no sense. Like, it don't like make it make sense for me, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, people are so tired of like 2.0 already. Like the first night that Imperium got a babyface pop, like that tells you. And that's not that they're sitting on talent. I like Bartel, and I like Marcel Bartel, Fabian Aichner, but it's to the point where, like, people are not feeling this quote unquote revamp.
The set is awesome.
Yeah, like Tim said, both of you said that. But yeah, I agree with that. Because like,
right.
That's been the best part of this whole 2.0 crap. Like it's that's it. Now I don't mind seeing the new faces. It's just it's just
a way to do it.
A rhyme and a reason to it.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna give them a show, all right, give them a show on YouTube where it's gonna build their following. It's gonna build their fan base. They may already have YouTube channels. You know what I'm saying? Like most of them do nowadays. So. Or Twitch or whatever. So this gives them a place to let all that other extra stuff live. You know what I'm saying? Which was something great that, you know, AEW and the Elite did, you know, at least that first year of AEW being, you know what I'm saying, on TV, you know, once Dynamite debuted. You know, they kept all of that stuff going on YouTube because why people are always on YouTube like 24/7. Some people don't even, like for me, for instance, YouTube TV. That's where I watch TV. I don't even watch cable.
I don't watch cable either.
You know, so it just makes more sense to have a long-term relationship and build that following on a streaming platform like a YouTube versus, you know, just totally messing up what you had established already. You know what I mean? On TV. You know, when USA gave them that deal wasn't for this style of show. It was for with Triple H and Shawn and Road Dogg and all of those people, Dusty, all put together, you know what I'm saying, prior, you know.
Yeah, because I'm going to be honest, they keep this up, I'm not going to be watching this too much longer.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm just going to find it on the network the next day and just, like, skip through the what I want to see because this is tough to watch from what NXT used to be from the standpoint that they're wasting Ember Moon. There was really they gave her this whole big setup to come back. People didn't know who it was. They just knew somebody that used to be a big thing down in NXT. Mm-hmm. Ember comes back and they've literally done nothing with her outside of that little quick cup of coffee. Her and Shotzi had the tag titles.
In the big day. Sorry, I couldn't help it, bro. I couldn't help
it. Like, just tell me why you couldn't just send Ember to SmackDown. We'll get into that a little bit later about the draft, but they're not going to use her on NXT. She lost tonight to Mandy Rose. Like, think about that. Like, I'm looking at certain talents, I'm looking like I'm out of there when my contract's up, if it's up anytime soon.
The writing is on the wall. Like, they were saying something, I was listening to Busted Open this morning, and they were saying, look at Kevin Owens' like body language after that segment with Akira Tozawa last night. And it was just kind of like, yo, I'm gone.
Like, I was talking to Joe about that.
Yep. Listen to what you just said, bro. They put a segment together with Akira Tozawa and Kevin Owens.
And they had him put over. And they had him put over. They had him to make that even worse. They had him put over trash ass Baron Corbin on his way to Raw.
KG, tell me what you was telling me about KO. How long has it been since he held the title?
4 years.
Why is
since that feud with AJ?
Why is this nigga going through college? Why is this nigga going through a whole?
He's going through college. Bro, yeah, going through the ups and downs.
The ups and downs and shit. Like the nigga, Vince Nick, I don't care what. Listen, wrestling is gonna go beyond WWE, AEW, all this shit. But Vince should know better when you don't take care of the people that really help your brand. A la Bret Hart. A la motherfucking just a la Cole, Daniel Bryan. All these guys that have done really well for your brand that you don't take care of because you don't take their constructive thought process of how they want to be portrayed as a character, and you give them stupid shit. A la when you made Kevin Owens the example of the USA or whatever, where he was treated, and then he came back shave face or whatever, clean face, and then you didn't let him and AJ do this thing where they had like a long process and they had a story and they were doing stories, and you were disappointed in him for making the match go from like a cover because they wanted to a long process of storyline and you shortened it up. and chopped it up to some bullshit because you don't understand the reasoning for it, yo, do not be, listen, a year from now, when all you have is SmackDown, and USA is like, nah, bud, we're done with Raw. We're done with NXT. We're going to look elsewhere. Don't be surprised when you got to go back to TNN. I don't give a fuck what you talk about, bro. I don't even know if that fucking exists for.
Spike TV,
bro. You go back to Spike TV.
I forgot what it on Spike. Honestly, that's when Raw. That's probably the last time Raw was actually consistently good.
Decent, because Spike TV didn't give a fuck. I want mature shit. Don't give me none of this weak shit. Yo.
And Spike TV was, at that time, they kind of had, I don't necessarily want to say it was their agenda. It might have been. But they kind of was like, yeah, we're going to own this. We're the man channel. Like, they had that show even. The Man Show with like Tom Arnold and all of them. John Cena.
Remember they had the Man Awards where Rihanna won it like three or 4 years in a row?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, you know, so.
That's what I'm saying. Like this shit is like.
My thing is, you had Jinder Mahal main eventing, and when you had Kevin Owens on the same roster, like that's a slap in the face.
Yeah, Kevin Owens probably gave you some of your best matches outside of Edge with your champion.
Well, you telling me like you couldn't have gotten Kevin Owens as the top heel champion on there, feuding with AJ, feuding with Randy Orton? Like, it's just mind-boggling the stuff that Vince was doing. Shit, feuding with Shinsuke, we got some one-offs, but like there's so much. If you put Kevin Owens in that position, SmackDown would have been at the tier it was at 2016. If you weren't pushing this agenda of trying to get the network cracking in India with someone who was technically Canadian.
If you would just put Kevin Owens against someone viable, there's not a lot he can do. Honestly, if you would have put Karrion Kross against Kevin Owens, and then Karrion loses to Kevin Owens, now we're not looking at you crazy. But when you have Karrion Kross, who's dressed like a transsexual Viking, go over against Jeff Hardy, what the fuck are you doing right now? One, you've destroyed his character because of his attire and your fixation with Vikings and dominatrix shit, Vince. Get that shit together. I don't even know what the fuck is wrong with you. Because you, black leather, and some type of whips is a fucking problem. You need your head checked. Secondly, Karrion Kross is one of the most dominant champions on NXT because he was built correctly, the right way, to be made to be seem intimidating. He's 6'4", 265 pounds. You're telling me that he beat 5'11", 210, we'll call it, Jeff, 225. 225. Okay, 230. 230 Jeff Hardy. 5'11", 230 Jeff Hardy. That's what we're going with, man. Because you want to punish NXT supposedly for losing the ratings war against an up-and-coming company that just does shit smarter because they're younger and they have a bit more experience, and some of them know how you work. Because
I'll go a step further, bro. This company, AEW, is not a publicly traded company, right?
Right.
So you don't have all of the restrictions and shackles that WWE has. That's a choice Vince and company decided to do. So how are you going to get mad at NXT, you know what I'm saying, when you basically set them up for failure? You said your development brand is going to be better than their top tier brand, their main roster brand, that had a Chris Jericho on there, that had, you know what I'm saying, veteran leadership in the background, veteran ace, you know what I'm saying, Arn Anderson's back there, Dean Malenko's back there, you know what I mean? You got these guys that just were on fire in Japan. And not just Japan, because Cody and the Bucks, they went on a little world tour. They was in Ring of Honor. They was in Impact. They was in Japan. They went all over and just created a blaze and leaving the blaze everywhere they went. So you bringing all of that to one location, and the development brand is supposed to knock them down? Sorry, no, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So if you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, punish anybody, punish yourself, because you had the tools to at least make it competitive. We could have had Bayley and Sasha on there every other week. They were the women tag team champions at that time. If they would go ahead and do the guy, did they really do it? Did they really? You know what?
I don't understand it, bro. I don't fucking get it.
Mid-rent, man, just mid-rent. Oh
my God. Why are the smoking guns mixed with beer money?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this shit?
So I mean, it's just the tools were there. It just wasn't. It wasn't used correctly. Okay, we got Charlotte for a hot cup of coffee down there. How about we just unify those damn women championship titles? Yeah. You know.
But the thing was, it was like they were trying to say that the championships could appear on all three brands, but we only saw the titles defended there twice before they gave NXT, or 3 times before we gave NXT their own titles. But not we before they, because you saw Kabuki Warriors face Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai. You saw Sasha and Bayley face Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart, and then you saw Raquel and Dakota. They faced. Not so Dakota's a common denominator. Well, not common denominator, but 2 or 3 times. You saw Raquel and Dakota face, what was it, Shayna and Nia, and that was it. And they did that hokey stuff where they did he count the 4? Anyway, where they did that hokey crap. But yeah, like Tim was saying, if you had them appearing on both shows, that would be a way to kind of balance it out, because I believe NXT actually beat them in the ratings when Sasha and Io was in the main event of Great American Bash. If I'm not mistaken, in the AEW that week in the ratings. But like Tim said, it's just arrogant. And it's just to think that, because Jericho alone is a household name, obviously, amongst wrestling fans and casual and hardcore fans. They didn't do anything. They just sent Charlotte down there. That doesn't, be all. You think that would have been like a way to check her ego, but that's another argument for another day. They could have sent AJ or Orton or somebody. I mean, they just didn't send anybody. And if you look at it, and I think I said this before on the show, if you had to list like 10 people from those rosters, I mean, outside of Ciampa and Adam Cole and maybe Johnny Gargano, who's going to crack the top 10 out of, you took 10 wrestlers from each brand and say, like, those are the top 10 guys I want to build around.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe those 3 would be it that you would take from NXT. The rest of them will probably be from AEW, the other 7 wrestlers. So, I mean, that kind of speaks to why they, lost the quote-unquote Wednesday War.
If you really think about it like this, if you think about it like this, where I knew that was coming, where you literally have Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson. I think they're in their 30s. Cody's in his 30s. Tony Khan is in like 40s. He's got to be like late 40s, early 40s, somewhere in there. Vince has been doing wrestling for like 50 years. He's been in wrestling for like 50 years. Okay. Evolving is something that he's been doing. You know what I mean? But he's always had someone younger to help him with that, and I think.
Tony Khan is 38, bro.
Tony Khan's 38?
He's 38.
He did, yeah, bro. He doesn't have that anymore. Like, listen, Tony Khan's a diehard wrestling fan. He's a diehard wrestling fan. All right? So he loves wrestling, and he thinks the word of wrestling. They're gonna betray the boys. I can feel it. They're gonna do it. And then he's just been like a really big fan of wrestling the whole time. The issue at hand is that he's going to have people that's going to help him evolve and use some of Vince's tactics. For example, Paul White, Mark Henry, Chris Jericho, all things that we've all been saying.
Don't forget his big brother.
Oh, yeah. Listen, people are understanding that at this point in time, they're going to go to AEW because you're going to get more time to do a lot more things. Even if you don't get to go on Dynamite, which is a segue, by the way, Dynamite or the Rampage. You know where you will be able to go? Dark. elevation. So if you wrestle indies, motherfuckers gonna see you on the indies and be like, oh shit, he's still wrestling. This is gonna be dope. Because freaking Jon Moxley is everywhere. GCW, MLW. He's everywhere. He's wrestling everywhere and is
everywhere.
He's just as big as Roman, just as big as Seth, with no title. With no title. Just as big as these boys.
He got the GCW title now, don't he?
I don't think so.
He took it from let me get his name right because it's not Zack Ryder.
Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
I think he just beat his ass. I don't think he won the title. I'm not sure.
No, he did.
He did? Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. Because him and Nick Gage are supposed to have a match after that win. I think
Okay. That's gonna be fucking amazing.
I think it's gonna.
I think it also serve as a double-edged sword, just letting them go out here and do independent matches like that. Like, I think at some point you got to be like, hey, we're gonna let you do X amount of these independent, you know what I'm saying, promotion shows, you know, and then from there, you know, you can't do, you can only do a certain amount for the year because a GCW match, if we having like a death match, like we don't want one of our main guys like going and consistently being a part of their like pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying, death matches and stuff, like, because it's putting extra wear and tear on his body. You know, you might be ready to go and push him as your champion again, and he's not ready because he got an injury from that death match.
I think you do now. Like I think AEW does now. Because think about it like this. If Mox gets hurt, who are you not going to push?
I mean, they got an surplus right now, though. So if he got hurt, then he good. But
right, and then the deal they got with New Japan.
Yeah,
I can push anybody you can want. Tony Khan's playing chess with Vince like this. Make a move. I'm gonna fuck that move up.
When you got a dad that's a billionaire that knows how to play those billionaire games even better than Vince and Kennedy McMahon, hey, you're gonna be good.
Right. Shit. Listen.
Now, if only the football team would have as much success.
Hey, that football team is headed to Chicago, buddy. You heard it here first. They said they've been saying that for like the last 3 years. They wanted to bring them back to Chicago for some reason. Why? I think they have the family has history here, or
the family has a lot of.
No, all jokes aside, Tony's smart though too, because if you're going to categorize your talents as independent contractors, then having them work in other promotions is actually giving them another sign of them getting freedom too. Because you're not going to see Seth or Roman pop up nowhere else.
Right.
So don't label them as independent contractors. If you're not allowed to show up at MJPW or ROH anymore, where obviously Seth made his name was Tyler Black, or Impact or anything like that. So how are you independent contractors labeled as independent contractors and they can't even do that stuff?
Yeah, no, that's a great point, KG, because that is truly letting them maneuver and act as if they are just what they're supposed to be in theory, independent contractors. I was just saying, you know, at what point does, you know, you're building a contract, right? Because you have to think about your company first. Like I was saying, when Kenny finally lost the Impact Championship, it's like, all right, we haven't really heard nothing else about him even trying to pursue that title back. We haven't even seen him wearing the rest of his titles to the ring anymore. It's just kind of like the whole title collector thing kind of, you know, was put to bed once Christian won that title. So my thing is, okay, with these people during these contracts or agreements rather with these other promotions, is there like, hey, we're going to let Christian be on your show 40 times, you know what I'm saying? And during the year in exchange for, you know, utilizing some of your women from your women's division or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the part I'm trying to figure out how that part works with them.
I think it is. I think it really is something where like they intermingle with just figuring out what's what, because there's no deal with doing that type of stuff. Like that's part of the why you see Suzuki, Motoro in fucking AEW, because at some point they're gonna make the call like, I need this guy. We gave you Suzuki. So come on, I need this. And I think the more that relationship is established, more people are going to join in. It's gonna be where it's like, okay, New Japan, Ring of Honor, and Impact, because people like that. Listen, the rumor that Wyndham, aka Bray Wyatt, is going to Impact does not mean he's not going to AEW. Christian is proof in that.
Right.
So he'll probably debut in Impact. Same thing with Strowman, who'll probably debut in Impact. Boom, pop up at AEW, because they wanted Bray to come to Dynamite Wednesday night when they're in Rochester, which is my segue, by the way, to go to Dynamite, because we started talking about that. But he didn't show up. He wasn't there, and honestly, I can understand why he wasn't there, just because. This is gonna sound crazy. Bray Wyatt is an artist. He is not so. He is someone who's aware that he may never have a 5-star match, but he can leave an impact on you character-wise, a la The Fiend, a la Bray Wyatt when he first came out. Because I think Bray Wyatt 5-star match in WWE, I don't think it was just him by himself. It's probably my personal opinion. Is when the Shield faced Bray Wyatt at Elimination Chamber. That was their 5-star match for Bray Wyatt.
In terms of, I'll piggyback that in terms of that being the best match he was involved in. Singles matches, I wouldn't give it 5 stars. I'd give it maybe 4. The Royal Rumble against Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
That was that storyline was fire.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that storyline.
Yeah, because he's an artist, bro. He's an artist. He's not.
Well, even that strap match against DB was good. I would say when he was the Fiend.
Yeah.
Last year at the Rumble.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to have a bad match with Daniel Bryan. You get 15 minutes, but the point is, I would say those are probably his best singles matches. You know what? Scratch that. Are we talking about just without a gimmick involved, or
no? I'm talking.
Okay. Just in general, okay. That last man standing against Cena was actually good. People hated that feud, but that was a good match, I would say.
Yeah, it was a really good match.
That was the closest he had to quote unquote 5 stars. Like you said, I wouldn't expect a 5-star out of him either. I heard it's almost a lock that he's going to AEW though. One reason why he didn't show up because his 90 days is officially over until October 29th.
Right.
So unless he waives that and decides he doesn't want a month's worth of money, that's the only way he was going to show up last week in Brody's hometown.
But and my thing is like, and my thing is as creative as he is, bro, like it's about him leaving an impact. Like WWE is missing that impact, because I always said if WWE does it right, they can go from Undertaker to Bray Wyatt, seamless. 2 entities that are like from the dark that'll just be like great pieces, because that's really the way that I saw Bray Wyatt. Like that's really the way that I saw him being in that realm of just being like an entity that was from somewhere where it's like creatively you're like, ooh, this is another character I like. All right. Yeah. One good thing, one negative thing from Dynamite. Let me go first right fast so I can knock it out. One good thing. Sammy is now the TNT champion, which isn't believable to me because Miro is just a big motherfucker. He just looks so fucking bad, but he's just a bad motherfucker, and I'm proud of him. And that's also my negative thing too. But the match with Adam Cole and Jungle Boy, beautiful. That's I guess that's my good and my bad. So like 2 good things with that. What about you guys?
Hey man, you are forgetting Sammy is a sex god, okay? So as bad and big as Miro may be, he is not a sex guy. That part, you gotta remember that. All right, he's a guy, he's a demigod. Sammy, baby. I actually had a conversation with KG about this at work, and I was like, was this the right time to actually take the TNT title off of Miro? Miro was on a hell of a run. I think they utilized him properly, at least for the time being that he had the title. So I'm not gonna knock it that they took it off of him. But I just wasn't too sure if this was like the moment to take him off of it. You know, I think Sammy's a super talented guy. I think he is a bright spot in AEW. He's definitely going to be part of their future. He's like what Randy Orton is to WWE in terms of what he could be and his presence could be in the company. Him and MJF, you know, if they stay there for the long haul.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, the Adam Cole Jungle Boy match was awesome. I didn't really have any bad takeaways from AEW that week. So yeah, I don't have any.
Well, because you know what? The whole like Cody and Malachi Black thing is starting to get stale to me because I just want to see Malachi Black wrestle other people. And I think I'm sick of Cody.
I think we got a heel turn that we're getting ready to go into, and it's a slow build. I don't know if you guys watch The Boys, but it definitely feels like Cody is doing a little bit of the Homelander act here.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, you know, he had the cape flowing and, you know, he's just been being a real a-hole, like real, you know, just kind of arrogant, the air of arrogance. And, you know, it's real Homelander-ish. So it's like, I think that's where he's going with it. I just don't know if he's going to like join the Elite or if he has the Nightmare family. So does he just turn the Nightmare family heel or does he join his buddies?
Listen, heel Cody is amazing, by the way, in case you guys haven't watched him with the Elite, where they had that run where he was like, the Bullet Club is fine. That shit was hilarious. And honestly, just Cody as a bad guy is just so good just because he lets loose on people. Like when he was at, I think it was Ring of Honor, he got to wrestle I want to call him Black Machismo, but that's not his name. His name, Jay Lethal.
Yeah.
And they had.
He did go back Black Machismo for a little bit, didn't he? In Impact.
Right, and that's what I remember him as. I don't remember as like, you know, Jay Lethal. That nigga's a Black Machismo. It's funny as shit. Yeah. But
he was in Impact, like doing the little imitations of him and Flair,
Macho Man and Flair. And he was amazing. But the problem is that when Cody was there, he was face, and it was like really cool. He's like, oh shit, Cody's a face. Let's go. This is awesome. And then the match was over with. Cody won. He went to go shake Lethal's hand, and he kicked him in the balls. Great heel work. And then just proceed, just like really just go in on the crowd. Like really go in on the crowd, just really just rip the crowd, go in on them. He's like, you want me to shake somebody's hand whose ass I beat? Fuck you, fuck Jay Lethal. It's like, and it's just good to see that portion of Cody, because that shows you that he's got like a lot of character. Like Cody as a good guy, it's fine, yeah, okay, but Cody as a bad guy, beautiful.
So basically saying he Xavier Wisdom.
Yeah.
Tim, do you know that story?
Nah.
So apparently, like Xavier Woods and Cody wrestled each other in high school, and like I guess some like mutual friend or something was like, "Hey, this is so and so." They're at a bowling alley, and Cody like turned around and was like, "Yeah, I just kicked his ass and wrestled him." And like Xavier said, he like walked away and like bowled a strike.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Cody says that didn't happen. Maybe Cody says that didn't happen because they were both like on somebody's podcast. He disputes that, like how that went down. Xavier swears that's what happened.
Xavier Woods has the craziest life ever. When Xavier Woods passes on, which God forbid is not very soon at all, his life will be amazing. If you look back on Xavier Woods' life, Xavier Woods has had the life. Like he's got an amazing YouTube channel. Okay, he's gotten to be one of the top tier champions in tag team wrestling ever. He's a part of one of the biggest stables ever. He's got so inappropriate. He's got to hit one of the baddest chicks to come out of AEW and WWE ever. I don't want to hear nothing about it. He did it. It's a video of it. Okay. I don't want to hear nothing. This ain't me. I don't care.
Who did he hit out of AEW?
I'm sorry, WWE.
He misspoke.
Oh, I'm like, who? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, he's married now. I'd hope he, I mean, you know, to each his own, but.
I mean, Becky flirted with him on the show too.
Ruby wanted to get at him at one time when after, look, I'm not listening. That man is the goat milk whisperer. Okay, you hear me? That man is that man can get some milk of magnesia. Okay.
Now you see why I said you was Xavier Woods?
No, I'm not that at all. I'm not that at all. Xavier Woods is top tier. Like
I said he was the. You know why I said he was the same brother? Because he's educated. Not because like they don't think he's dangerous. That's why I would say that though, because like they messed around with a. Trying to think who I'm gonna say. They messed around with Swerve. They ain't gonna come back right for real. They ain't trying to Swerve.
Swerve is from Seattle. Don't do that. Swerve is from Seattle. You treat him with respect. Swerve is a real thug out here, okay? Because Xavier, listen.
That's what I'm saying. They ain't ready for that thug passion. Hit row reps. No, back to the kind of off topic. Oh, go ahead.
Listen to me, bro. Xavier Woods is built different, bro. That guy is something different. I don't care what nobody say. That guy is different. Different. All right. His life is amazing. His life is amazing, bro. You can never listen. We can never take away what Xavier Woods' contributions have done for like wrestling, period, and YouTube.
I just need them to give him a shot with one of the singles titles, like.
No, but back to AEW, not to sound like a broken horse, though. Speaking of positives, and going back to the Cody thing. They was calling that dude Armed Anderson. He said he's gonna get the Glock. It spilled the brains on the concrete. I said,
right.
Hey, Arm was letting y'all know, man. He still got it, man.
Hey, there's a TikTok of Arn Anderson with the Glock and shit, and this got Annie up in the background and shit.
Wow.
This shit pulled up. Annie up, take that fool. Yo.
Yeah, so that's mine. We can kind of go. We want to stick with AEW and transition to one positive and negative Rampage. I really don't have a negative for Dynamite. I do have a negative for Rampage, though.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hear it.
I'm gonna need them to stop having Mark Henry in these backstage segments. He sounds like Teddy Long when he makes somebody go 1-on-1 with the Undertaker. Because at the end of the before the main event, right? He always said, "They done enough talking. Let's get it on." I said, "Y'all really brought Mark Henry here to do this? Well, y'all could have paid Teddy probably less for that."
They brought Mark Henry in for the late bloomers. That's why they got.
No, I'll joke aside. No, I heard he's good at scouting and stuff. I just don't appreciate how they're using him on TV. Like, you took him out commentary, or whatever. It's like, not like we know this dude can talk. Like,
he's a great scout.
He
brought Bianca.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. And he can talk. That's what I'm saying. So it's just like, and he brought Braun over there.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
my thing is, like, why are you using him like I said, like he's Uncle Teddy, basically, on TV?
Well, I think they lack. I think they lack the commentator thing where they don't have like that Mean Gene. You know what I mean? Like they look like, WWE.
They need a heel.
Great backstage presence like Mean Gene.
Yeah.
But see, Excalibur could hold that space, right? If they wasn't doing the 3-man booth.
But Excalibur is so good in-ring commentary too. Like he's so.
In terms
of
Excalibur is their best commentator to me.
But in terms of somebody that could play the whole Mean Gene role, like, I mean,
that's kind of what Tony Schiavone's doing, though.
Yeah.
But
like honestly, like I think that like if it was
you better let Tony Schiavone live. You got the earrings packed.
The earring popping.
You gotta get it together though, man. That feng shui ain't right. You can't have the earrings blinging with the bland ass Dockers and that navy blue blazer. You gotta spice it up a little bit, bro. Like,
Got the swag. Don't be hating on my man Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone got the swag. He's smart.
Ain't no swag, bro. That's the problem.
Tony Schiavone got this. Listen,
I guarantee you, if they put me with Tony in the back, I'm gonna show him how to dress, man. He gonna have a nice little polo, some slacks, you know, with the ears blinging, man.
Listen,
and it's gonna be all good. I'm gonna tell him, yo, lose the blazer, because it's not what's happening.
Roman Reigns wore Team Jordans. I don't want to hear nothing about swag.
Oversized blazer at that, bro. Like,
I don't want to hear nothing
2021.
I don't want to hear nothing about it.
A positive. Brian Danielson and Nick Jackson. Go back and watch that, ladies and gentlemen. Now we can get back to the shoe top. Right, the shoe top. Go ahead, Joe.
Reigns wore Team Jordans.
That was on the come up. You have.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't even wear shoes like that. But I know if you get Jennings, you never get the Team Jordans.
Look, Shayna been kicking ass and wearing Team Jordans, okay? So you can't, if you're gonna have the smoke for Roman, you gotta have the smoke for Shayna.
No, listen. Roman my age. Roman's my age. Tony Schiavone been here for like he's 58, 60 years old. He got a whole life and shit, bro. So I get that shit. The doctors, nah, bro. I know.
You gotta remember, you have to remember. I don't know if I want to say this. This is gonna sound so bad. Like Roman Samoan, like they gonna wear the Mexican Jordans.
No.
I said it.
Nope. I can't let you do it. I can't let you do it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm on TikTok, and Big Oos and Oos is on TikTok. Nah, bro, they got the swag. They got the sauce. It's a lot of them that they ain't got no problem wearing Team Jordans. That's what I'm saying. But if they wearing, listen, if Oos is wearing Team Jordans or whatever, that's because Oos just got off of work and he on his way to go change up and get the swag right. Oos ain't wearing Team Jordans out to go kick it because Oos know better. Okay,
definitely. Mm-hmm. There was a couple of times he'd had a little scuffle in the ring with some Jordans on. I would be like, yo, my pair has not left the box yet. Like, what is Roman doing? But Roman getting money, so he can do that.
He getting money, right? He getting money. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, and I'm only saying that to say like,
that's all Punk with the retro ones on. I was like, it's my dog.
But that's what I'm saying. Like in my opinion, Tony Schiavone's like 58, 60. Yeah,
gotta be.
Tony Schiavone walk out here with the wrinkled
doctor. That's what I'm saying. Like somebody got to flag him up.
He old.
Who is he? Hey, who in AEW is in control of the wardrobe, man?
Nobody. Because you're
probably
the wardrobe.
Tony Schiavone is 63. I think Rebel put the makeup person.
If the good
She's
Lord
the makeup backstage, I know that.
If the good Lord allows me to get to 63, I'm gonna show you how a 63-year-old with swag dresses.
Nigga, you gonna dress like Snoop? Shut up! I already know you gonna dress like Snoop.
I'm just looking. Hey, I'm gonna talk to Tony real quick. Tony, I'm looking at you in the camera, man. Hey, slogan. Like Bernie Mac said, I take my own cooking show. I take the wardrobe job.
There was any chance we had to be in an AEW unrestricted.
No,
I'm gonna hit referee Aubrey up. Like, yo, I don't believe any of this is they're saying. You and Tony should have us on for fun, guys.
Right. Only love. HT.
I'm gonna say only love TC. Only love TC.
Real talk. I'm down for that shit. Listen, when we get to AEW, I'm gonna show Tony this fucking episode of you talking about his drip. And when Tony come back out this motherfucker in an all-white linen suit, Tony.
You want him out here looking?
Gold.
You want him out here looking like Seth?
No. Seth got too much drip. Now, it's a such thing as too much drip.
Nah, Seth out here dressed like Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. Stop doing this shit, bro.
Man, Becky is.
Stop this shit, bro. This shit got to stop. Somebody got to stop this man right now. And I'm gonna be the one.
Becky dressing like Fifth Element.
Right.
That's kind of a good transition to SmackDown, though. One positive, one negative. Anybody want to kick it off?
I would say that honestly, we don't deserve Finn Balor. We don't deserve that, man. That man is 38 years old and giving us heat. He's giving us heat, no matter what they throw at him. And the fact that WWE has only crowned him champion once with like the Universal title and not really put him in a lot of matches, which rumor is they're gonna push him a lot more, which I hope they do, is a fucking travel schmockery. Like that's my positive and my negative. the match that he had with Roman and practically the Usos was actually really, really fucking good. Really, spot on. My issue, however, is just that it's like Finn is giving you fire. You gotta use that. You gotta utilize and use that. You have to, because Finn is really giving you. Come on, yo. I'm glad he going to Raw, because SmackDown didn't really deserve him like that. I'm glad he going to Raw. Also, he was
only on SmackDown for a cup of coffee though, like.
But it was still good. It was such good though.
Yeah, and I personally wish he would have stayed on SmackDown. No. I think the feud with him and Roman, now they've stopped it. So it wasn't. I don't want to necessarily say premature. I mean, they kind of had to rush it because now we got to do this angle with Brock again.
The 6-year storyline arc.
It was all leading up to this, but
It had to be done again.
It had to be done. And I'm just like, yo, I really think him and Roman could have had one of those feuds, kind of like how Roman had the feud with KO, where, if we being honest here, that feud with KO is really what put Roman over in this whole.
That's what I mean.
That's it, right. We just said that, bro. Like, we just said that. That's why it's unbelievable that this nigga has no titles in the past 4 years, like he going to college or some shit, trying to discover who he wants to be as a man. You already know who he is. the fact that
because you can put him anywhere on a card, he's gonna thrive. Go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
Right? Yeah. Literally. Look, I'm not saying you got to put KO in the long run for the Intercontinental title, but give him give him 90 days with like the Intercontinental US something. Just something where it's like it matters. Give him a feud that matters. If you give him a feud that really matters or whatever, Titles don't make the man, don't make the wrestler. The wrestler makes the title. The reason why the World Heavyweight Championship was such a big deal when it got to WWE is because Triple H made that fucking title. He made that fucking title. It's a beautiful championship. It looks good, but did it look good on Paul White when he was the Giant? Hell no. Looked weird. Didn't like it. That's stupid. Ew. When Triple H was champ, when Sting was champ, when Ric Flair was champ, hell, when Terry Bollea, before we found out he was a racist, was champ. That makes a title. You know what I'm saying? That's great. But now it's no.
They could have even gave him and Sammy a run with the tag titles. I don't know why they didn't do that when they both turned.
Right. I thought that
they could have been feuding. They could have been feuding with New Day or Usos.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's so much.
What they do.
It's so many things you could have been utilizing this for that they're not putting. I feel like Vince is like 2 and 2 is not 4. It is 37, and kind of making billion logic and don't make sense. Seriously, bro. Like I really feel like he really don't think about any of like the things that he wants to do and how he wants to do certain things. I really feel like he doesn't do like anything remotely beneficial for his brand on purpose because he has a bigger plan of like getting more money somehow for shareholders. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Question: are the tag titles the only titles KO didn't touch?
Yes.
Yeah.
But if I'm KO, I'm leaving. What? I'm gone. You didn't put me and Sammy in a tag team when you could have. You didn't they didn't really let him feud either on SmackDown. That was something that they should have highlighted a little bit more. But yeah, throw all of the championships on him like kind of in sequence. So him not having a title in 4 years, I mean, wow, that is kind of like crazy that he hasn't touched a title or in 4. He at that time he was getting them. They were just kind of like handing them over to him. Hey, okay, who's gonna put it on? Oh, KO, here you go. And he had some memorable feuds with people during those title runs. So, him and AJ, him and Roman. You know what I mean?
Him and Moxley.
Or Moxley,
yeah. Ambrose.
So he had a couple of runs that were memorable here.
Hell in a Cell with Seth.
He decides to go on, man. Hey, if I'm him, I'm good. Only thing I'm missing in the tag titles, I can go do 3, 4, and then AEW and come back when I'm getting ready to retire and grab the tag titles and be a Grand Slam champion. Or that's if he wants it. If he doesn't care about that, then hey, I can take my ball and go on.
That's how Vince officially buried the hatchet with Bret Hart. He put the U.S. title on Bret Hart. 2010 when he beat Miz, just so Bret Hart could be a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
We're gonna put all of the hearts around the ring.
Oh man, that's how he buried the hatchet.
Speaking of the hearts, what did y'all think about Owen's wife? I don't know if y'all got a chance to talk about that. I don't know if we talked about it at all. Owen's wife giving basically AEW the rights to use Owen's likeness on in the AEW game that's coming.
Real quick about that. I implore you to go watch Dark Side of the Ring because it'll make you understand more why it was so simple for her to give it to AEW.
I understand it. I mean, I'm glad that they're doing it.
Right. I implore you to really go watch. I think it's the last episode of season 2. It's on Hulu.
I've been meaning to watch Dark Side of the Ring for the longest, so I'm definitely gonna have to dive head in on it.
So this is the thing. This is the thing that I want people to understand about Owen Hart. Owen Hart, oh God, I don't want to say this because I don't know if I'm gonna get heat for it or what.
Please don't say Owen Hart has 5 moves.
No. Owen Hart was the reason why a lot of wrestlers that we love wrestling so much. Chris Jericho loves Owen Hart, and I think he said this, so I didn't say it. He said Owen Hart in ring was like Daniel Bryan. Personality was as big as The Rock, and his IQ in the ring was better than Taker's. And I think, in my opinion, that's an accurate assessment. And if you don't believe me, go watch the WrestleMania where it was Owen Hart versus Bret Hart. Because that match is 15, 20 minutes of just pure wrestling genius. And the feud was beautiful too. Oh, just masterful feud.
Yeah.
Very well put together. Now, Owen Hart passed away by doing a stunt with WWE. This is the thing. This is the thing about that stunt. That stunt has been done time and time before, but they had a new guy apparently working on the actual, little bungee cords.
Mm-hmm.
When his wife and his kids seeked reciprocity for it or whatever at that point, WWE said they had nothing to do with it. They weren't involved, even though they hired the company. Mm-hmm. WWE was adamant about trying to settle out of court or settle in another shape, fashion, form because they didn't want it to be in court in the first place. And adamant about trying to get Owen into the Hall of Fame. They didn't want that. Owen Hart has a foundation that helps everybody, and WWE would have made that foundation strictly for WWE affiliates, and that's not one the Owen Hart Foundation did. Now AEW, we just spoke about how they have so much freedom. The reason why that was such a seamless transition is because that's exactly what they want. They want to be able to get to the masses of people without having the restraints that WWE has on just, you can't work with them because they're not a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And their foundation does that. Strongly suggest watching Dark Side of the Ring because it's, if you dislike Calvin, you're gonna hate his ass even more watching that shit. Because it is so messed. Half the stuff on Dark Side of the Ring is like Calvin being an ass. They did the Canadian screw job, the Montreal screw job. They did Fabulous Moolah. Vince was in on that, where she was a bit of an ass. Man, he's a part of a lot of controversial bullshit in terms of this shit. So I implore people to watch Dark Side of the Ring just because it's some fucked up shit in there too. So, but yeah, that makes sense, and I really am glad that they got their message out through an affiliate that is going to give them space to be able to be who they are and do great things. So I'm with that shit.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give you my positive real quick by going backtrack. SmackDown, Uncle Seth popping up at the cabin.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
What did he say?
He was looking at those drawings. He was, I mean, I know they're kids. This is awful.
What do you say, Sethy's home or something? What do you say?
Sethy's home.
That was hilarious. It was like, oh man.
And then I was telling Tim that the blurring of the lines happened twice last week. So on SmackDown, I don't know if you caught wind of this. I don't know if you saw the message or anything like that. You're a busy, very busy man, sir. So Edge called David and Danny. So that's FTR.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Because they live in North Carolina, like by Edge.
Yeah.
And so Dax responded on Twitter. He said, yeah. He said, we're on our way to beat his and then the Cash retweeted it. And then two, during that promo, MJF, he's like, Tony, out of all the cons of professional wrestling, you're my top two. And he says, if you don't give me what I want,
I'm gonna call Bruce.
I'm gonna call Bruce Pritchard. I got no run to eat that. What's going on?
Did you hear CM Punk? CM Punk was like,
yeah, he's like, everybody, go
everybody's
ahead.
got Bruce Pritchard on speed time. Oh shit. But I feel like everybody does. I feel like everybody does, like Bruce.
Did you hear Punk when when Jungle Boy did Eric around over the top rope?
No, I forgot what he said.
He said, what a maneuver.
They're trolling him so much, bro. Oh shit, they're trolling him so much.
AEW, man. For 2 hours on Wednesdays and what is it, an hour on Fridays, you're definitely gonna get a troll segment at least once or twice.
And the thing of it is it's not like, see, like, you know how WCW tried to compete with WWE and try to do the exact same thing they were doing. AEW's not doing that. They're not doing it. They're like, we're gonna be ourselves. Like we're gonna be who we are. Like right. we're not trying to compete with them in terms of trying to get the same thing, because they don't do anything. Having an hour-long show on Friday, it's fucking brilliant. It's Friday. No one wants to listen. As adults, if you have free time away from your kids, if you have free time to do whatever you want to do as an adult, 1 hour isn't going to kill you. 2 hours is going to impact some time. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I get it. You want to be able to get those ratings and you're on a big network. But they're on TET for an hour. They have that commercial thing, which really seems like WWE is embracing now too. Like they just get it. They just get it, bro. I'm not doing a golden shovel this week or handling the flowers this week. I'm not doing that. I don't.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, by the second hour of Raw, I need Monster. I don't even drink Monster no more.
Yo, bro, by the second hour of Raw, I need aspirin, a blunt, and some whiskey, because my head hurts. This shit is just like, it's just so bad, bro. Like it's.
Oh, my negative on SmackDown is they drafted Happy Corbin, who's basically stole Cameron Grimes' gimmick from what he's doing in NXT.
Well, Calvin gave him that gimmick. He didn't steal it.
Yeah, he stole it because he
Calvin gave it to him.
Yeah, because somehow
this is true, but they still stole it from Cameron Grimes.
You think he got that on his own? You think he got
I'm telling you.
You think Calvin
Corbin, come to my office. That's what I'm talking about.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this right.
We're gonna make you Happy Corbin.
So they called him Happy Corbin, and he got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna have first. We're gonna have you. You're gonna walk around for about 3 months with a ketchup stain on your shirt. You're like, bad luck. Then all of a sudden, you're gonna win the lottery.
He won in Vegas.
It's true.
That sounds just like Cameron Grimes, bro. That sounds exactly
Cameron Grimes. But he ain't doing it with style, baby. Cameron Grimes got that over.
Oh, we know he's not. That's why I said it's a negative.
Right.
That's why I said they got it from Cameron Grimes. No, Cameron Grimes is killing it. That's why I said it's a negative though, because they stole his gimmick.
It is trash.
Yeah, it's just
and he's not even doing it well. It's I get it because he's supposed to be a heel.
Corbin probably doesn't even want to do that though. Like it's you know.
This dude has had the worst gimmick almost every year he's been on the main roster.
Every year he's been on the main roster. He's had the worst gimmick. Constable Corbin.
Constable Corbin.
King Corbin.
King
I was
Corbin.
just gonna say,
Happy Corbin.
Happy Corbin. Bum ass Baron
Constable
Corbin.
Corbin if they didn't have Constable Corbin wrestling and he was just being the constable, the heel constable, whatever you want to call it, I think that would have worked.
Yeah, but they did.
Lone Wolf Baron Corbin.
It was no different than how
gimmick.
they did Corporate Kane. Corporate Kane could have worked if Corporate Kane wasn't still getting in the ring.
Listen,
Baron Corbin is the most overrated wrestler of the last decade.
but corporate.
Oh shit! Now I think B-Fab gotta be.
No, I'm dead serious. It's between him and Nia. No, scratch that. Nia Jackson.
Nia Jackson is one of the most overrated.
Yeah, she's the most overrated wrestler probably the last 5 years. I'll take that back because Corbin actually, if you give him the right opponent, like Nia Jackson probably had one good singles match her entire run on the main roster.
Because Corbin's deep six is good. His deep six is good.
End of days
is a good move.
That's about it, but still, like, he doesn't look like he's gonna hurt somebody every time
No. And he
moves.
No.
So I'll give him that. So I'm not gonna go that far as over the last decade. I'll take that back. I just don't care for his gimmick in the amount of time they invest and keep trying to push. I'll just say that.
But I feel like as a heel, he's naturally an asshole, and that's okay for him to naturally be an asshole. That's fine. But I feel like there's better ways of doing it, and that's more of my problem with WWE and not necessarily Corbin, because Corbin, he went to NXT and they didn't let him talk for like a good 8 or 9 months,
Because he couldn't.
Right, and they put it, and then they created a presence, but he had a presence. You know what I mean? Like, he had a presence. Like, he would be wrestling guys, beat them in 30 seconds, which is again the genius of Triple H and William Regal. I will not, because I can't, like after seeing NXT 2.0, I can't get past the fact of how bad it's gotten in 2 weeks. Like, all that hard work to make NXT over, to get NXT TakeOver, to get it where, like, brand for brand, it's competitive, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing of wrestling. It has so many great memories, and you ruined it in 2 weeks.
We got another Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, we do. We that's
what Calvin did. Like, I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna ruin both shows. That's what he basically did with the draft and with NXT 2.0.
He had to wait till Triple H had to have like some type of heart surgery to ruin it.
That's why he got the heart surgery, probably. all the talents got released. He said,
Trish had a drink that night.
He woke up in the morning and he said, "Wait, what?"
They said Triple H ain't never drink none of this stuff. Like, I bet you doing it now.
Paul, Stephanie woke him up. Paul, don't be mad. Promise me you won't get mad. Promise me you won't get mad. Daddy did something crazy. Watch. And he was like, "What? What?
No, exactly. Ain't gonna be like 2011 when he was crying for my love you, Pop. No, I want NXT back, Pop. That's what we gonna get.
I want that back. Like this.
Stephanie, this is the big one.
Oh, this is the big one, Stephanie. Can't dig it. This is the big one. Look, man,
He gonna yell out. He coming to Elizabeth. He gonna yell out. I ain't gonna say it. I'm coming, Katie. Well, can we get Adam Cole Boom in there? So we get real quick. Should we do our flowers and shows? Joe said he don't got a shovel, but I definitely have one.
Let's hear it.
I'll wait though. I'll be gracious.
No, you can go, bro. I don't have a shovel. Can we give our flowers to Naomi for
whatever you want to?
I'm giving my flowers to Naomi because she's still relevant, and the fact that they're not using her properly, and she's still being graceful and the beautiful individual she is just. I'm proud. I'm a proud fan because she should be like, I want out, but she's handling it well. Where she's now beefing with Sonya Deville. But that's the thing now. That Sonya Deville's not even a real competitor. She's management. So, you know, there's that one. Go ahead, KG.
I am giving my flowers to who do I want to give? Ruby Soho. I'm glad that she's finally being utilized in a position where she should be, where we're getting more personality from her than what I knew they were letting her show. WWE. Sorry, she got a promo for just looking at the Riot Squad, but she's been on a whole nother level, especially that face-to-face with Britt Baker a few weeks ago. Yeah, she was on one.
Yeah, she was great.
And hopefully more good things to come. Tim?
I'm actually going to give my flowers to WWE for giving Big E that title. Oh, I'm glad to see it happen. I'm glad that they didn't pull a John Cena and make him lose his opportunity with the briefcase, like cash in and it's some BS. So yeah, I'm happy for that. Looks like you know what I'm saying? Big E looks like a champion, he moves like a champion, talks like a champion. And I am happy to see him in this space. Yeah, that's all I got on that. A negative. I don't really have a negative other than what we said about 2.0, man. I think it was all said with that.
Right.
Some of the decisions that have been made with this whole rebranding of NXT. You know, it's some positives, but it's a lot of negatives that's coming along with it. And, you know, I think that's just at this point in the game, being a fan of WWE, you kind of, you start to expect it. Like, you know, it's going to be some bullshit most of the time. And then other times you're going to have some stuff that's, you know, that's real good. So I just try to, you know, focus on the good stuff, focus on positives, and, you know, let Tony Khan know that it's time to go ahead and sign Hot Take Wrestling. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
I think for the most part, with a lot of the things that go on with us here, like us here, don't get it twisted. Like we love wrestling, and we love WWE. WWE gave us an Attitude Era, hell, the ruthless aggression era. They gave us good eras and shit. So you gotta forgive us when we expect more from a brand that's been doing this for damn near 10, 20 years and has been giving us good shit. I like, you know, there's always, you know, in life, there is always ups and downs, but it feels like WWE is getting more and more down than where it should be right now, because they're up. They keep taking away to try to rebrand and revamp, and it's just bullshit. It's just like they're trying to change something that's good, and they're like failing miserably. You're like, what do you just keep? That good thing was fine. You didn't have to do that shit.
Yeah.
It's like getting into a fight with a big old bear cat.
Don't get me started on that shit. Like, I appreciate the sentiment. Don't get me started on that shit. And I'm like, okay. I think I said this under BWA, Black Wrestling Alliance. Shouts out to them on their Instagram. But I was like, he doesn't need that. That's nice. That's cool. But Keith Lee doesn't need that shit. He doesn't need to be called the Bearcat. Just have him win some matches. Let him talk on the mic for a bit. Talk his shit. Let him be impressive match after match so people can push him, a la the way you did Cesaro. And then, you know, we'll be fine.
My golden shower of the week is the WWE draft. SmackDown was a show that was extremely enjoyable, like to the point where it's like the only time I missed SmackDown for the last, like, probably since Roman's come back, honestly, was I went to a trip to New Orleans 3 months ago or 2 months ago. But other than that, I haven't really missed SmackDown. Lo and behold, look at the WWE draft tonight, or the last few nights, they gutted SmackDown's roster. I mean, like a fish. Like, now I ain't talking about the fish that got released. How much fish can Bobby Fish buy? Fish can buy fish. Anyway, so Finn gets sent to Raw. First of all, how is Finn Balor a fourth round pick? Explain that to me and make it make sense to me. Second of all, how do you trade Becky for Charlotte? First of all, that should be an even trade, even though I don't feel like that is. If I have to hire a view that is even, whatever. I'm not going to debate it. I personally feel like Raw got the better of that deal. I'm not going to even go into the whole debate why. Well, let's say you think that deal. Then you give them Bianca as well. Then you give them, like, I get the couples are married, so you want to keep Seth, but you give them Seth. You gave him Kevin Owens, who, like we said, look at the stuff with Roman. That's like propelled Roman, but like his tail was on a whole other level. The promos he was cutting, the matches they had, that TLC match, the last man standing match. Then you also give them Edge. You gutted SmackDown's roster. What do they get back in return? Drew and Charlotte. That's it. Like, think about it. You can't say they got back New Day because they got some Street Profits. And at this point, like, you can't tell me New Day is that much higher than Street Profits. This isn't 2015 or 2016. You can't tell me that's like, I mean, this is awful. Like, SmackDown, and then you screwed the women's division even more so because not only with the Becky and Bianca thing going to Raw, you also sent Liv, who the fans were kind of getting behind. You sent her to Raw. You sent Tegan to Raw after you debuted her as a tag team with Shotzi. So now they're split up. So now you have another less tag team in an already like floundering tag team division on the main roster. So now that's going to be even worse. Good job on that. Now we have no baby faces that the fans know in terms of like, I like Shotzi. I think I speak for both of you. I want to say y'all both are fans of her. But are you really going to push her that fast?
I love you.
Like, are they going to put... Just got he's not green with envy, folks. No, but like, who do you have now?
Fucking Tony.
Who do you have now?
Living the dream.
Who do they have? Who do they have in the women's division that's the babyface right now? Because you sent Serena over, so you're about to push her clearly. Because you have the angle she's crushing everybody's arm and breaking it. So who's supposed to be feuding with Charlotte? Are you gonna put Sasha back to the face? You're gonna leave her the tweener? Is Bayley coming back to the babyface? I'll end it on this note because this is getting long and ran. I'm sorry. Even though I never want to see her use those things again, even Bayley's buddies aren't excited about what happened to SmackDown. Even they're sad.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't.
Even Wyndham's brother doesn't believe in that draft.
Yes. Hell yes. Matter of fact, we're ending it with Bo Leave tonight. That's how we're gonna end it.
Yeah, that's all I got. I'm disappointed because those are the two best shows weekly, and the higher ups have ruined. They ruined both shows.
They ruined both shows in 2 weeks.
How about all shows?
Oh, and you sent Austin Theory up to Raw for no reason when him and Johnny Gargano were having just these hilarious segments on NXT.
Right. I don't understand anymore, bro. Like, I really don't.
Instead of capitalizing on that and possibly seeing both of them up, because, you know, Candice is pregnant and it looks like Indy's kind of doing her own thing, you just send Austin up and then turn them as well. As you haven't beat the goofy.
The way is no longer the way.
Higher-ups don't know the way to produce a great show consistently without screwing themselves and shooting themselves in the foot.
I don't understand the premise of just like, do you guys like that? Yes. How about I destroy it and try to make it better? No, bitch, leave it the way it is. What are you doing? You're ruining this. Kid, I hate you right now.
Exactly. And here's the thing, I get Raw needs the extra talent to have that third hour. Great. But why did, like I said, you gutted the roster? You basically sent Finn, KO, and Seth for Drew. That's in a sense what you did, because you're not using Ricochet. They're not gonna. If they push him, I'll be happy for sure, because he's criminally utilized. Like, you had Ricochet in the 24/7 championship match. Think about that for a second.
Why? Yeah. Like, okay, all right. Let's put something in perspective right now. One of the most talented people on your roster is Ricochet, who can actually talk if you give him a shot to be able to do so. And
Sure.
Your reasoning for not pushing him is because we have too many people that do the flippy stuff. Do you know he can wrestle too? Like, do you get that? Do you understand that he can wrestle? Is that foreign to you? Do you not get the premise that you are in the wrestling business? What is your goal? Like, what is the goal at this? Like, what are we working on? Like, what are we doing?
And then here's another thing. Why not send Keith Lee then if you're going to send all those dudes to Raw from SmackDown? Like, you haven't been using Keith Lee on Raw at all anyway.
Keith Lee is the next black guy to take the belt off a black guy.
They're not going to give Keith Lee a championship because they're not going to give Keith Lee the World Heavyweight Championship.
Big E took it off of Bobby, and Keith Lee's going to take it off of Big E.
No, he's not, because they're going to fuck his character.
I'm willing to bet money.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay, that's what we'll do. I will bet you $100 that Keith Lee does not take the bet off of Big E.
I see that bet.
I think it was going to be Seth.
No. We're going to have another black guy.
Bro, and listen, I love you, bro, but KG is not wrong.
Rich Holland is going to take the 24/7 title off.
That's another thing that me and Joe were talking about. We got two Sheamuses on SmackDown now.
Yeah.
Hey, no, that's going to be the new tag team. That's the new Sheamus and Cesaro.
No, Sweet Mother is this. Oh, and then another. And then one more thing. I keep saying another. I'm sorry, but it just points to the mind-boggling moves of that draft. It's just from a standpoint that, you know, if you're not going to utilize Keith Lee, like I said, could have went to SmackDown, or you could have kept Finn there, one or the other. It's just like, what do you have now, basically? You're not gonna. You basically have no one to feud with Roman except for Drew now.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing that almost happened. You heard they almost put the Street Profits up. They were actually, yeah, I'm dead serious. They were about to do that. Tez was supposed to go to Raw.
Why? Because he had one match where he was getting his ass whipped by Roman and it looked believable. That's what Tez has been doing since NXT. Like, come on, bro. Listen, all right, don't make me do this, bro. Oh, fuck it, I'm doing it. Tez has 3 moves. I said it. Montez Ford has 3 moves.
That's not really something to debate. I mean, he has that blockbuster. He has a beautiful drop kick. He has the frog splash.
And then, 4. And that rock bottom that he does every now and again.
Well, yeah, no, that's, yeah.
Tez
I'm
is
glad they
ready
didn't
for
do
the
that.
push, man.
Tez is not ready for no push. Tez is not ready for no push. He can't do a match over 15 minutes.
He is ready, bro.
The Street Profits haven't had a good match over 25 minutes.
Street Pimps.
I'm sorry. The Street Profits haven't had a good match over 25 minutes.
I didn't even know.
He gave him a new name.
Because they're pimping the system. They had it. Listen. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. And these are my own people, and I fucks with them, bro, because they really got talent. They had a year of having the Raw Tag Team Championships, and they feuded with the Viking Raiders over some cinematic ass bullshit because the producer of whatever the show they want to do, they never had a match over like 10, 15 minutes where they could really show their talent. I don't believe in Tez. I don't fucking believe in D'Angelo either. I don't believe in neither of them motherfuckers. Nothing. They
haven't given you a reason to, bro.
Okay, and I even go back to NXT where they faced the Undisputed Era.
Yeah. Did they face FTR too?
Yeah, and it did. I don't believe them, bro. I don't believe in them. Listen, they are a great tag team if they would have had a chance to develop. But I don't believe in them. I know what's gonna happen. Tez is gonna get in there, do something funny, be amazing, get beat up for 5 or 10 minutes. D'Angelo's gonna come in, do a spine buster, do a little spin circle thing he does in the corner each time, do a little tackle, do a little thing to set a third. Then he's gonna do that little D-Lo power bomb, and then Tez has a frog splash, matches over in 12 minutes. That's it.
I need him to stop that little spinny shit though. That needs to stop.
That's it. Like, that's all they fucking do.
With that little spin,
bro. That's all. Listen, when they won in was that Seattle? It was that takeover with the ladder match.
They wanted to take over 25. That was somewhere in Connecticut.
Yeah, that shit was. That's because they were due. They didn't earn that shit. They were due. They were due because fans were behind them and everybody believed in their ass. But they didn't earn that shit. They were due. Just like the Grizzled Young Vets who got fucked over tonight because of some stupid ass choice are due because they've been putting on good fucking matches. They're due. Fucking Street Profits were over because they're cool. They're cool as shit. They're cool. That's it.
That's why Booker wanted to come and be their manager.
Because they need it. They need that. Because you talk about, look, listen, Booker T gonna get them right. All right, I'm not even trying to blow no smoke on nobody.
No, I legit think if you put a Booker T as a manager for them, it'll be kind of like what Michael PSA's was for the Hardy Boys.
Hardy Boys. Yep, that would be exactly what that's for. And even when it's lost its luster or whatever, and it's over with and done with, fine. But you get a better tag team because of it, and you get a better product. And that's what I'm not understanding with the WWE mindset. You used to put old heads on the young heads that have potential to really see what motherfuckers got. But now you're like, just let me keep wrestling and see what happens.
And then here's another thing. They didn't have to get called up as a unit, but they could have had them call up. Why don't you call up Roddy and put the Cruiserweight title on SmackDown and have him with Ricochet? You could finally use Xavier as a singles guy, him and Roddy. I mean, to me, it just writes itself. Those are two guys off the bat where it's like, okay, they could have great matches with Roddy and put some potential to that Cruiserweight Championship. Because it's like, if you're going to do NXT 2.0, who's down there really outside of Carmella that you really want to see on face?
If you're going to have...
Like, honestly, like, who do I want to see Roddy face outside Carmella is? Because there's really not a lot of Cruiserweights left.
No, it's not. And the thing of it is like with the Cruiserweight Championship that the Diamond Mine has, what are you going to do to maximize that title? Kushida made it a great thing until Vince got there and just fucking ruined it, and COVID ruined it because he caught COVID and shit. But now it's going to be ruined. That title's going to be in ruins. Like, that title's going to have like cobwebs.
It basically is. Unless you put Johnny Gargano there, which is doing him a disservice. I wish he would have went to SmackDown.
That would have been a lot fucking better than fucking ruining this. It's just so bad. We're just so small.
I mean, there's like they couldn't get SmackDown Rhea. Like I get that she has a tag title right now, but like couldn't have just put the tag title that said they're exclusive to SmackDown. So when they drop them, I don't know. It's just there's just so much wrong with everything with that draft. I know I said those last night. I'm sorry. It's just the more you just think about it, it just keeps compounding the problem. I don't really. I mean, in their mind, Sheamus still has value. Like, I mean, granted, when he's done, he'll be like probably one of the more underappreciated guys to probably ever wrestle.
Yeah.
At least in this generation.
Yeah.
He's solid, but once again, like you're telling me, Jeff Hardy and Sheamus at this point in their careers are equal to the guys you gave up, who are still arguably in their prime. First of all, neither one of them equals Finn, Seth, or KO.
No.
Combined, they don't. So it's just like, I'm sorry. It just doesn't make any sense.
It just feels like it's just not worth it. And we're going to end on that note.
Hey, no, we're not going to end on a negative note. This is the note we're going to end on. The cream always rises to the top, baby. SmackDown has been here before, and what did they do? They destroyed and rebuilt.
They got worse. We had
a little period there where SmackDown had to figure this stuff out, but once they figured it out, it was back rolling, bro. And we just have to remain positive.
Are we talking about last year when Brian had like the worst Universal Championship run ever?
Hey, that was the bad part. That was the bad part of SmackDown. But hey,
that's what I'm saying, because they gutted the roster. They took them 4 years to get it back.
Hey, SmackDown is our only hope right now. Okay,
I hear you, but I'm saying
NXT, so it's like if it ain't all elite right now, like I'm not really interested in wrestling right now. Like
I said 4. It took them 2 years to get it back because so last time SmackDown was hot was like the 2016 through like 2018. They gutted the roster in because they got rid of KO. They sent KO and Sammy to Raw. They sent AJ. No, AJ was still on SmackDown.
He was on SmackDown.
But they sent him eventually, but they didn't send him in 2018. but like they started like getting rid of people in 2018, and it's just like, what was the point of that? That's where it started.
We know the draft.
Kevin Owens, I'm sorry, they actually gave my quote was getting Kevin Owens. This dude made Shane McMahon look great twice. Think about that.
We know the draft is some bull all the time, bro. So me personally, I'm just trying to look on the bright side of it and see where I need SmackDown to SmackDown. Like everything else on WWE television right now, I'm not interested.
Let me break this down for you right now.
They're gonna have. This gonna make me angry. They're gonna have Shinsuke lose the title to Ridge Holland. Think about that.
Now Ridge is gonna get the 24/7 title.
Ridge is gonna get the IC title.
Happy Corbin is gonna get the IC title.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, we gotta go. No, I can't have this debate with y'all. I can't do this shit. I can't.
No, you're probably right. Tim's probably right now. I think
that's too stressful. See, that's gonna stress me out. I can't. Like, that's gonna stress me the fuck out. That's going come on, bro. Okay, we gotta go.
So just be thankful that now we have an alternative that is pretty fucking awesome. Like Wednesdays and Fridays is lit.
And Wednesdays and Fridays be lit. Listen, okay.
Oh, you're gonna make you even angrier than the fact that, and maybe this, I know Tim doesn't want to end in a negative, but it's hard not to. Cesaro hasn't won a singles championship in almost 10 years.
Yep. Mad all over again. Yep. Mad all over again.
Okay. All right. Positive. Sorry, Tim. Tim's right. Okay.
It's good. It's all good.
So I could say a positive is, and I'd rather see this at WrestleMania anyway, and maybe this is what they're building towards. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep this, until WrestleMania. I'd be down for Drew and Tribal Chief, Scottish Warrior and the Tribal Chief at WrestleMania. I'd be down for that. That's
not bad as long as it doesn't main event. Yo, by the way, positive note, go watch the Broken Skull session with Seth Rollins. It will change your whole mindset about how intelligent this guy is. Seth Rollins really, really gets it. He's
I heard he wanted to strangle Calvin after how long ago.
Yeah, that was a big topic weekend.
So was the Brock. Like listen to him talk about Brock and a whole bunch of other shit. That shit's fire. Guys,
Bray even commented on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, guys, we appreciate you guys stopping by, checking us out on YouTube. Please check us also out, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, on all streaming platforms. We are everywhere, baby. You thought you was gonna go out and just not hear about some wrestling stuff from Hot Take Wrestling? You got your goddamn mind. We are everywhere. You hear me? My name is Joe Freeline, aka Joe Freeline III. You can follow the Hot Take Wrestling podcast page on Hot Take Wrestling on Instagram, Wrestling Take on Twitter. All right, and also we are under the playlist of Hot Take Wrestling, which is all under the WCW, which will be up on Wednesday. There you can watch past episodes of Hot Take Wrestling. You can also catch up on some other podcasts that's associated with Hot Take Wrestling, such as the NMG Network, which has a googob of different types of podcasts. Also, there's so much more information in terms of current events with Boulevard Ave. And also, if you're into some dirty stuff, Late Nights is coming back. But the main thing that I want you guys to focus on right now is Hot Take Wrestling. And I want you to understand that we are wrestling right now. We are wrestling. There is nobody else. It's just us.
Tim, just make a promise that like you won't force people in the U.S. to deal with Peacock, because there's a lot of issues with that streaming service. We'll stay on YouTube. It's going to Peacock. It's like going from like YouTube to what, like Facebook or something?
Yeah, like going like Facebook Live.
Hey, if Tony Khan just go ahead and make it.
Shout out to Tony Khan.
Shout out to Tony Khan. Shout out to Tony Khan for sure.
I am Joe Freeline. That's the other KG. That young man down there is Logan the Great. Their social media handles will pop up in a matter of moments. You're welcome to follow them, but you're also welcome to follow the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast IG page. Get us to 1,000. That is the goal. Get us to 1,000. Matter of fact, get us to 100 subscribers on YouTube. Get us to 1,000 on Mother Loving IG, and then we will celebrate on IG Live. when we get to 1,000. We'll celebrate our IG Live. Hell yeah.
Sound like a plan.
Yeah, and if I'm wrong about SmackDown, I'll be the first to admit it, but I'm done with 2.0.
All right, and then also some of these excerpts will be on Reels. We'll be giving we got some potential stuff we might be doing in the future. You know what I'm saying? Might be talking about some stuff. We got interviews coming up on the next couple of episodes. High Take Wrestling is episode 2 because you guys enjoyed High Take so much. We're gonna do that again with our man's Will Jameson. Shouts out to No Chill Phil, funny as fuck. All you guys have a good night. Enjoy yourself. If you want any wrestling info, any wrestling information, or just to get some wrestling takes, Hot Take Wrestling is the place to be. And I sneeze there because Hot Take Wrestling is so fucking sick.
One last thing, the Prince, they apparently they're fans of Wu-Tang Clan. That's why we got Banks, Bianca, and Becky, Killer Bees.
See what you did there.
Killer Bees swarming in Saudi Arabia.
Hey, make sure to shout us out if you like what you're hearing. Comment on some of these things, man. Also, we are kind of becoming a big deal. So if you want these interviews smoked, let us know. That's right. Hot Take Wrestling Podcast page, baby. Take care.
Peace.
Peace.
Biggest big could ever be. So big, better beg for peace. Pipe down, might awake the beast. Is that my name coming out your mouth? Better watch what you say about me. And my name running through the streets. Words that are wise, learn to survive. Word on the street, I am the reason. You can see the look in my eyes. I have arrived, eyes on the prize. You will not leave it alive.
Thanks for listening to the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. The Hot Take Wrestling Podcast is brought to you by the NMG Network, a division of NMG Enterprises, LLC.
You ain't doing nothing, you just frontin' if you ain't doing it big.